Yo, what's happening? This is the Audible Sports Podcast where sports meets life and culture. I am one half of the dynamic duo that is Bobby G and WildCard. Mark, what's happening, brother?
Man, you already know, Audible people, let's go. Hey, we feeling good. We feeling great, feeling good. We on the right side of 6 feet. And of course, Super Bowl weekend, baby. Let's go.
Absolutely. I know you happy, but before we get into the real, I need the people out there to do 3 things for me. You know, bang, right there. Go ahead. Hit that like button. Go ahead, subscribe. Turn your notifications on so you know when the next time we're on here running our mouths and you can be heard. So with that being said, I am upset about a couple of things, and one of those things involves you, my guy. I got to say.
Ooh, get it off your
And
chest,
listening
dog.
and listening to, you know, because obviously this is episode 3. Shout out, we didn't get canceled yet.
True.
Last week, both episodes, previous episodes are available now via Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts. If you don't like YouTube, go ahead and check out those outlets.
Check
Man, and doing my mixing and getting episodes ready for that. Man, you didn't tell me my mic was so low.
Bro, I didn't even know. Cause like, it's crazy that you say that, dog. It's cause like when me and you are talking, like everything normal and loud to us. So it's like it's hard for us to hear how we sound to the audience. And it's so hard, bro. And I'd be like, bro, because there was times on my own shit. I'd be like, damn, my mic is off. I guess I ain't talking in the mic loud enough. Maybe I need to turn it up. I need to, hey, man, it be like that sometimes.
I was like, this man, he just trying to outshine me. He trying not to let me be heard. That's what it is. Mar back over there hating.
Oh, I would never. First of all, Bobby G, come on, you my dog, man. I ain't unless you shine, baby. We shine together.
But I realized what it was is because down here I got 2 outlets. I got my my mic interface. I could switch between that and the speakers on my laptop.
Yeah.
And what it was is I forgot to switch it. So I was talking through the laptop instead of talking through my microphone. But I was like, man, because I was low as hell. But yeah, we got that together. So sorry, folks. All the episodes from here on out will be in the proper audio. No damn word.
Hey, shout out to Rudy, man. Shout out to Rudy last week.
Absolutely.
Man, he came in, blazed it up, gave us some good content last week. So shout out to Rudy, man. Y'all go tap in with all of his content. Hey, if you don't know what I'm talking about, do yourself a favor. Go back to episode 2. Just check it out. Just check it out.
Absolutely. Rudy Reyes, hosts the RudeDogShow.com. Go hit him up. Check him out. One more shout out. I forgot to give it last week. Go ahead, give it this week. Shout out to Sharon Moore, new head coach at Michigan, replacing Harbaugh. He's actually the first black head coach in the history of University of Michigan.
Hey, Sharon, Black history, baby.
Hey, absolutely. So shout out to him. Congratulations. And it's easy to play the race card on some things. I'm not going to say about the University of Michigan because the fact is they haven't had many head coaches, period, in their history of the university. I think they've had like 8 coaches total. So,
that's true.
And actually he came on the recommendation. Harbaugh recommended him on the way out. So shout out to Harbaugh for the recommendation. Shout out to the university for making that hire. And shout out to Sharon Moore for getting that placement. So
that's big, dog. That's big.
Yeah. Like I said, I forgot to mention it last week because we had to, Carl Weathers out of the blue. So we had to talk about that. It was then last week was, but we always got stuff to talk about. And speaking of stuff to talk about, let's go ahead and get into it. Rundown for this week right here on your screens. No rap for the Grammys, man. I don't know if anybody watched the Grammys. I personally didn't. My wife did, though. She was in the other room checking it out, and she was updating me on the winners and losers. But one thing that she didn't see, and it was even surprising to her, now last week we had a convo, and you had mentioned you were in a interracial relationship or interracial kids. I myself am in an interracial marriage, and even she thought it was odd. They didn't show any rap categories on television. What's up with that, Grammys?
Like that. Come on,
Grammys. Yeah, it shouldn't be like that though. Also, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, and I know you want to run down with it real quick, but I'm just like, come on, Grammys. Like, if you covering music, I think rap should be part of that. Just say, anyway.
Yeah, I got a deeper quote in a minute.
And that.
And also the Killer Mike situation behind the scenes. As many people heard, he was arrested at the ceremony, like in the middle of the ceremony. He didn't wait till after. Like, bruh. Also, NBA trade deadline passed yesterday. Not a whole lot of movement, but it's a couple minor moves and how that may affect the rest of the season. Also, Michael Porter Jr., baby, what is you doing, baby? And as a matter of fact, I think I mentioned this on the show last week. He had some comments about the WNBA and the pay disparity, and I think I mentioned something about it. People talking outside of their neck, not knowing what's really, really going on. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. MPJ said something stupid right after I just talked about people saying stupid stuff about stuff they don't know about. Here come this idiot. But anywho, we're gonna talk about him for a second, and then also something that's been raised for the third year in a row. Roger Goodell has had to answer the same question about the lack of color in the NFL media, specifically the lack of blacks in leadership positions within the NFL media ranks. So we're gonna talk about that, and of course, y'all see Marv with the hat on. He is live and direct from Kansas City. He is a Chiefs fan. And we got to talk about the Super Bowl. How can we not talk about the Super Bowl? We are sports first. So we'll end it with that. And, of course, we got Fit Friday coming at you later on. See how many people out there did their homework assignments. But let's go ahead and get right into it. The Grammys, like I said, my wife watched it. I didn't really partake. When somebody was doing something cool perform, my wife come check this out. So I'm spot watching. But what I discovered, and when she told me, she co-signed it, they did not show any rap categories during the ceremony on television. They gave out the awards because we heard Killer Mike won, basically made a clean sweep, song of the year, album of the year, and she won 3, right?
Yeah, which by the way, Killer Mike, his album, whew,
fire, whew. Absolutely, whew. Michael. Fire. He got Andre 3000 to come out of retirement. Boy, you know something going on.
Man.
But not even just the Grammys, award ceremonies in general, whether it be Grammys, Oscars, Tonys, whatever, there's always been this thing about their relationship with the black community, from whether you want to go back to the day and Mammy not being able to attend with her Gone with the Wind co-stars, to the situation in which Halle Berry had to win hers, so she basically had to get naked on screen and expose herself to the fact that Denzel Washington could lose for playing Malcolm X and win for playing a dirty cop. In music, though, take it back to Will Smith for DJ Jazzy Jeff not being able to be there to receive their award. Or not being shown on television. I thought we'd come a long way. In 2024, it seems like we're having a bunch of old conversations, a bunch of old situations are showing their ugly heads again. What's going on, bro? Like what in your mind? What's going on?
I mean, it kind of goes back to the conversation we were having about the Jackie Robinson statue situation last week.
Absolutely.
Why we still dealing with this in 2024, man? I'm like, damn. You know what? Here's the best analogy I got for it, bruh. I used to get in trouble all the time as a young type, and then my personality, I guess you guys could have never figured that out. But so I was a kid that would take 2 steps forward, but I'm taking 3 steps back. As soon as I praised for something, did something great, I got a good grade, I actually did something nice, trust me, a couple of other things that took the praise right out of my parents' mouth to, boy, what the hell you doing?
Hey.
So it's like, it's that's the analogy I got for our society is like, we always see the progression, we see the unity, we see the love, we see, people more accepting of other people's cultures, races, ethnicities, and languages and things like that. And then
Right.
there's also acts of just devious acts that just takes us back. And to me, this is just another situation where it's like, especially with the Grammys, and I know you hit it right on the head. It's a multitude of award ceremonies that kind of show their true colors. But since we're talking specifically of the Grammys, how can you have this disrespect for rap music when it's been the leading damn near the leading rap category or music category financially for the last how many years? I mean, the most influential genre of music. I mean,
absolutely.
I see kids in the suburbs thinking they 21 Savage.
Talk to him.
I be like, you don't even know what the hell he rapping about. I mean, you living in this gated community. What you talking about? Pull a blicky in the trap out for. What you talking about? You like weird. It's weird that the Grammys are still like this when you got so many influential rappers, even like Kendrick, Killer Mike, who sweeped, Jay-Z, J. Cole, and you got all these influential rappers that just kind of I guess they don't exist. And
right.
I gotta say this. I get what Jay-Z was saying. I get what Jay-Z but I gotta hold my brother accountable. I kind of take what he says in cheek nowadays.
Okay.
Sometimes his actions don't always line up with his words, so I gotta kind of take what he says tongue in cheek.
But
he did have some points. But it's sad that it's still still got to fight to get rap to be acknowledged. But here's the flip side to it, my brother. It's also the people who are in the rap game. I think we got to challenge ourselves to what content we are delivering out. Look, you want to make your paper? Cool. You want to be the ski sexy reds? Make it red. I'm not hating on nobody getting a bread.
Right.
What you got to understand is when you put out that content and how it affects not just you, but everybody that look like you.
Right.
And I think that's a part of the music and rap game that's getting lost in, hey man, do I get my money, or do I actually put out content that is not, having these people put these stereotypes and generalizations on my people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's been about, we've been fighting for God knows how long. But the crazy thing is,
all my life,
we has to fight. But think about this, Bobby. Country music got stories, rock, soul, R&B, all these different genres of music have the same formula, just like rap. They tell stories.
Absolutely.
Why is it rap the only one that gets put on in the microscope? It's just weird. Just weird. I don't know how you feel about it, my brother.
I think it's because of the power. My boy, you alluded to it when you started, like rap music, and I'm gonna say rap because we can say hip hop, but no, it's rap music. It started as rap, it'll always be rap. Is the most powerful form of music on the planet. It's the most influential because it speaks most to the youth. And whatever gets the attention of the youth controls the future. Because all these kids are gonna grow up, and they grow up with these ideas. Like think of the brands that run the market, whatever it be. Balenciaga, Nike, Red Bottom, whatever, whoever, name it, all stems from rap music. I'm in the club popping. I'm pulling up in like, so they speaking directly to the youth, and the youth grow up to control the future. So it's like, if you really want to take away the power of a generation, control the music they listen to. How do we do that? Show you what we want to show you. Hide what we don't. Oh yeah, we're gonna let these guys come up on stage and sing and dance, and I'm not gonna say they step and fetching, but you did not miss a performance during the Grammys at all. They was all there live in front. Watch out, see how talented they are, but you don't see the success to go with it, the wins, what the hard work pays off for. You didn't get to see that.
My brother, I don't mean to interrupt. Wait, say that again. He said you don't want to see the success? Ooh.
Yeah, they didn't show you the success. How many of them did you see walk off with trophies? I saw Taylor Swift walk off with like 4 of them.
Talk to him.
They ain't have a problem showing her walk off with her awards and decorations.
Talk to him,
you know. But again, Killer Mike, who we're gonna talk about in a minute, he walked off with 3 of them. I didn't see him, but I saw him get arrested.
Ooh.
I seen that video.
Ooh. Oh, this boy cooking. Oh, this man cooking right now. Ooh,
so boy. It's like
if they ain't tuned in now.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you another thing. We talked episode 1. We talked episode 1 about NBC censoring God when they cut CJ's speech. I could have swore when Jay-Z was up there talking, I thought his mic was about to get cut.
Ooh.
Because he was speaking it. How Beyonce win the most Grammys ever and never won Album of the Year.
What?
As a matter of fact, that surprised me to the point where I actually had to look it up. And I'm like, wait a minute. What album was Single Ladies on? It was on the I Am Sasha Fierce album. That album generated the most Grammy nominations ever. It won the most Grammys ever for one album. It did not win Album of the Year.
Yeah. Ooh. Boy, this man cooking. God damn, this man cooking with bacon grease right now. Boy, I'm at the tweet. If everybody ain't tuned in right now, you is missing Bobby Cook. God damn.
So it's like, you know, they wanna like again, like I say, it's cool. We can dance for you, we can sing for you, we can show out for you, but soon as we're about to be rewarded, that's in the background. And then just transferring to the Killer Mike situation that happened. According to him, it was an overzealous security guard who was about his job. You know, his job really mattered to him, I guess. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But all I would say is I've done security jobs a lot in my life. I even did security for a Super Bowl once in a time. And the one thing they told us, I was before I was at my station for the game, which I was doing the halftime show and the post-game trophy presentation, we all had to help out getting people in the stadium. So I was at the ticket gate. My gate, it wasn't a celebrity gate, but they let us know, hey, there may be some people to come through. Use your judgment. If you recognize somebody, don't make yourself look like an asshole, and don't make them feel uncomfortable. Like if you see John Travolta and you know it's John Travolta, do your job, but just don't be overbearing with it. They let it be known. Do your job. You at the Grammys. If somebody's walking up, you see 5 to 6 people all walking up in suits. More than likely, one of the people in that group is somebody. So ask your questions, hey, because I guess it was over which door they were supposed to go in. He's going in the wrong door or whatnot. But don't step in my way. Don't put your hands on me and try and direct me. Hey, excuse me. Who are you? Okay, I believe you're supposed to go here, not here. Sorry for that. You know, boy, do your job, but don't be an asshole. I guess he thought he was Paul Blart Mall Cop. Trying to direct traffic up in there, and it got out of hand.
White security in this bitch.
And here it is. And here's again why I'm gonna say rap is being disrespected again. Once again, I didn't get a chance to see or celebrate Killer Mike win his Grammys until after. But I saw that video as soon as possible. Yet Will Smith was allowed to walk on stage, slap a man, go back to his seat, sit down, and finish watching the show. He ain't get arrested. He assaulted a dude on live TV. I didn't see police come get him out of there. Why Killer Mike?
Oof.
Probably the best night of this man's life.
Facts.
And when you think of it, you're gonna think of this first.
Ain't even gonna remember he clean sweep the rap categories, bro.
Right. First thing that's gonna pop up. Killer Mike was arrested. Like I sue the cat. Sorry, the cat. Fuck you. I'm suing.
Really? I mean, you got a point. If I was Mike, I what? Because I mean, like you said, it's just a security dude being a little overzealous, and it's like, I'm pretty sure the security dude didn't even recognize who he was. Because I mean, there's a lot of young kids only who Killer Mike is, but that's their own, experience. That's another conversation of the day. I mean, we could talk about that another time. We got time for that one, but it's just weird, man. Because and shout out to Killer Mike because he, in the interview that I saw after the situation, he was like, you know what, I could have acted ignorant, I could have went crazy,
right?
But God got me, and he was like, man, the situation could have been a lot worse. Hey, it's like you said, man. I really ain't got much to say because my man, you was cooking so damn good. My man said, why the hell we seeing all the negative shit? I saw him get arrested, but I couldn't see him winning his success on live. I mean damn, I can't follow that up, my man. I mean, there's only so much that you can say after somebody says something like that, and all I can say was my brother testify. Like, damn, my man was cooking. So yeah, man, I think you hit it all on the head when it comes to this whole situation with Killer Mike. It's unfortunate, and man, shout out to him because he did not let that moment ruin the true moment, and he's not gonna let the narrative of the negative part of him being arrested outshadow the success that he did. Because in his speech, he said, boy, I thought I'd never be in this situation. Tell me there, God. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Killer Mike, man, shout out to you. The album fire. And anytime you want to jump on the Audible podcast, man, holler at him. For real.
Absolutely. And like I said, I'm glad you mentioned what he said and it's like he couldn't, because had he done that, that would have been the thing to point to. You see why we don't show. You see why we don't, because y'all glorify violence. You glorify this. This is why it would have just justified it. It would just justified it.
Yep.
And the other thing it took away is, again, like I say, visuals are just so powerful. In today's day and age and I'm gonna say it, as an old head now, I hate on today's artists. I do. just like the old, just like that. I hate on today's artists. I hate on. I can't mess with much hip hop now. I'll admit it. But I don't do it no differently than the old heads when we were younger hated on our music.
That's fact.
They didn't get Snoop. They didn't get Dre. They didn't get Jay. They said it was trash. It was garbage. I do the same. I'm admitting I do the same thing now. But I would never dismiss their right to view it or see it.
Or profit.
Yeah, but I mean for the kids, because something they see in these artists may push them to do greater things, just like whatever we saw in those artists pushed us to do great things.
That's fair point.
Like I'm part of the big guy crew. Yeah, my laptop hides a little bit, but I'm a big boy over here. And now I was skinny back then, but I will say, one of the greatest lines in hip hop history, fat, black, and ugly as ever. However, I stay Coogee down to the socks. Like, you can't tell me the visual of Big sitting in a hot tub full of women didn't influence some kid who might have been struggling with his weight. That visual, those words, how much that could have done for that young man's confidence and what enabled him to do with the rest of his life.
Facts.
So something like, we can't, the visual of seeing Killer Mike walk across that stage, smile on his face, a winner, what that visual could have done for some kid today. Also, for those who are fans of what we would call traditional hip hop, it wasn't a gangster rapper that swept the rap categories. It wasn't an emo rapper. It wasn't a shock rapper. It was a traditional hip hop guy. Swept these awards. He didn't have to make 10 songs about shaking it in the club. He didn't have to make 5 songs about how many chicks he done knocked off. He did it dropping game on what's really going on in the community. And he won those, like the visual of that. And that, like, man, it's got me fired up. Right.
Hey, man, I don't know what you did today. But for now
Louides.
From now on, this is how you podcast, because this man is hey, man, from now on, this is how you podcast.
That's how you play.
My man over here. What? Shit.
But yeah. As it is, shout out to Killer Mike. Shout out to Jay-Z. And shout out to all the winners and nominees from the Grammys. I'm sure it was a great show. I'm sure they showed Taylor Swift 117 times on camera.
Lord.
But going into from one knucklehead move to another knucklehead move. This is a lot of people go by their initials. There's a lot of people out there by initials. There's a young man out there. His initials are MPJ. I don't know if a lot of people know who he is, but to those who follow the NBA, we know this young man is Michael Porter Jr. Yeah. Michael Porter Jr. And let me put something on it. NBA champion.
Yeah.
He's Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, we give him all his flowers. NBA champion. Michael Porter. The man recovered. Came in the league with a broken back. People didn't even know whether he'd be able to have a successful career, but he's recovered and had a very productive player.
And that's a fact because I'm a Missouri Tiger fan. He was highly recruited. He went down to Columbia. We thought we was going to have the next star to take us to a national championship, and boom, back just done. Yep. And so, great point. He did recover for that, and salute him for that because back injuries ain't nothing to play with if you ask.
Oh, absolutely. It's taking down many an athlete. Many.
Oh, yeah.
But I tell you what didn't get broken, his mouth.
Ooh.
His mouth did not get broken. And it was on the shut up people, man. I'm about to break a rule that I was taught by something. Somebody said you shouldn't mention other people on your platform. But you know what? He was on the Pivot podcast. Shout out to those guys at the Pivot. You know what? Just talk about inspiration. Those guys inspire me to do what I do.
Big time.
So
love what they do.
He was on there. Yeah, absolutely. Ryan Clark, Channing Frye, Freddie T. He was a guest on there, and he was speaking on WNBA. And why not just we just hear this from the horse's mouth?
Want to get paid more, and they're very talented. But so is a famous ping pong player. They're just as talented as the best ping pong player is just as talented as the best basketball player. That doesn't mean they're going to get paid the same because
they play ping pong.
It's what the people want to watch. You know what I mean? So, as much as I understand females wanting the same treatment as men basketball players, it's a different sport. People, they're not packing out the arenas. Obviously, their TV deals aren't the same. So, as much as I advocate for women and kind of the equality of the respect of their craft and all those things, I mean, you can't pay them the same thing, you know. But I do feel like there should be a little way to make a little bit more money for it, because I know
A
the
little
females
way.
want to get paid more.
There should be a little way for them to get a little more money.
Mike, when you said that, Mike, I know you didn't go to any classes at the University of Missouri. You probably was like, my back fucked up. I ain't going to class. It looked like you missed some classes and you missed some
English.
education, my brother. Oh Lord, that was painful to watch, dog. That was painful.
That boy skipped English 101, 102, 103.
Whoa, that was
all
painful.
the Englishes.
Ooh, that was painful.
But bro, did you just compare WNBA players to ping-pong players?
Did you hear
Ping-pong.
Ryan? He's like, they play ping pong.
Yeah. And that's I ain't even gonna start with MPJ though. I'm gonna start with the homies, the OGs.
They should have shut that shit down.
Y'all should have checked that man on the spot.
They should have shut that shit down.
Yeah. Like, let me say something foul on this platform. I know the first person that's gonna speak up is gonna be you.
Hey Bobby, let's just be real. I think we are fair enough to, if anybody comes on our show, we'll let them speak their piece. But I know for a fact that they gonna have to hear a rebuttal from one of us. I know for a fact. The homies should have said they should have let him get his shit off, and then they should have been like, "Now, my brother, have your point, but I want you to, just hear me out on this." They should have just been like, "Bro, I don't know where you going with your take, and we let you say it, but we got to start putting 1 + 1 to equal 2. You over here 1 + 1, and you 11 in us over here, my dude. I don't know where you are at with." The thing that killed me was that he literally contradicted himself. You can't say you advocate for the ladies and you shitting on them in the same breath.
Exactly.
What are we doing? You really didn't do that, Michael.
But first, let's start with the miseducation. Remember, I said it last week. A lot of people are speaking on this subject, and lo and behold, this idiot goes and runs his mouth right after I talk about it.
Misinformed.
Right, misinformed. They don't want the same pay. They want the same revenue splits, which is warranted. Whatever you do for your league, they're doing the same thing for their league. They're making the public appearances. They're shaking hands and kissing babies with the season ticket holders. They're doing their job on the court. They're doing work in the community off the court. Everything that you are required to do by the NBA, they are doing.
Insane.
They deserve the same revenue split. Their name is on the back of that jersey in the store, just like your name is on the back of jersey in the store in your area. They deserve the same splits. They're not asking to be paid $20 million a year, $40 million a year, $10 million a year. They just want the same equity.
Revenue.
The same equity. That's it, bro.
Oh my God, MPJ, man, I just lost brain cells listening to that shit. Boy, you better be glad you can play some damn basketball, man.
Right. You better be glad you play with Joker. Anybody know who you are? If you didn't play with Joker, nobody know who the hell you are. You wouldn't even be on a pivot.
Cause boy, you ain't the sharpest, knife in the drawer. Like, boy, oh my God, like, come on, Mike. Like, what really kills me about what he really said is, like, is he not really paying attention to how much? Like, look at. So here's my best example. Now for the WNBA, it is starting to get a little bit more popular amongst all sports fans. Now I've been a fan of the WNBA since they begun. Because I love sports,
Right.
I dig sports. I never cared about women or men. If you could ball and you can entertain me, I watch. Yeah, I don't care. It don't matter to me. And I know it's not WNBA, but here's my prime example. Look at how the popularity in college basketball right now. I'm willing to go out on a limb to say that women's college basketball right now could possibly be more entertaining than men's college basketball right now.
Absolutely.
I can go out on a limb. I don't have any numbers or figures to back my take up. I'm just going off of what I feel and what I witnessed with my eyes is that the men's game of college basketball, it's still the same, but I get more entertainment from watching the ladies in college. And guess what? Those ladies in the college, the Angel Reeses, the Caitlin Clarks, they about to graduate. They about to leave.
Yep.
It's better for the WNBA to make sure that they stay in the States playing WNBA than go overseas. So I'm pretty sure the WNBA is going to do all in their power to make sure that we capitalize on the Angel Reeses, on the Caitlin Clarks. Hell, 3 years from now, make sure we keep the Juju Watkins.
Hey, she can ball, bro.
Ball. Oh my God, she can ball. So like to MPJ's point, I don't know what he was thinking, what he was smoking, but you need to put it down. I know they don't drug test no more in the NBA because of you.
Hey, I can't tell. Wait a minute, I can't tell because one of my players just got suspended for 25 games. Tristan Thompson, just dumbass.
Yeah, but Tristan Thompson on some, he got Kardashian, so that's kind of his own fault. All right, you don't. And OBJ, I didn't know about you. You might want to say no, bro. You might want to say no. You might want to back out. Yeah, you might want to back out. But it's like, come on, man. Like you said, don't be that misinformed and then jump out the frying pan and thinking you hot grease and just wanting to burn everything down and you ain't got nothing to stand on. You looking real foolish, MPJ. Golly, I can't believe that fool said that.
I know. And then, you know what? The most talented veterinarian is just as talented as the most talented brain surgeon. I'm just put that out there.
Boy, I almost just spit all my beer.
Which one you gonna take your damn kid to?
God damn sure ain't gonna take him to the veterinarian.
Well, they just as talented though. Just as talented.
According to Michael Porter, hey, oh Lord.
Freaking idiot. But touching on to transfer, because obviously, and it's something that we like to do here on the Audible. Never bring a problem unless you got a solution.
Facts.
What are some things that we could do to resolve? Another show I fancy who happened to have the same conversation because everybody heard what this idiot said on Gil's Arena. They were talking about it, and I guess some things that they were saying is I don't know how the rule breakdown on the WNBA is, but they were talking about excuse me, getting players in, just like we were saying, make it easier for the players to get in. Now I'm not sure. I know the NBA has the 1 year removed from high school rule. Like you have to be 1 year removed from high school and 18 before you can enter the NBA draft. I don't know what the regulations are for the WNBA draft, whether they have to stay in college for a certain amount of time. But basically what they were saying is the WNBA game, because it's been dominated essentially by older women. Because remember, when the WNBA started, a lot of the stars were older because there was no professional league in the U.S. So a lot of those players back then, Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia, I can't remember her last name, Cynthia Cooper.
Yeah.
Rebecca Lobos, like there weren't really young stars per se.
Mm-hmm.
And so from that point on, the league has basically been carried by OGs and veterans, and the game has been played a certain way. Well, now, thanks to the likes of, and it's the men's game, thanks to Steph Curry's of the world, the game's changed. Therefore, the women's game changed, and now you have players who try and emulate everything that the men do, or what they can. So, the women's game is changing. Henceforth, why NCAA may be more exciting right now versus the WNBA. And I guess the old guard of the WNBA it's kind of fighting that change. So when players get to the WNBA, it's kind of like, yo, this is how we do things here. Yeah, that got you, that worked in college for you, but it's not going to work here. And they was basically saying that no, they need to embrace the youth movement, the youth effect, and do whatever they can to get these. Like basically what he said is Caitlin Clark shouldn't be in college right now. She should be in the WNBA. Angel Reese shouldn't be in college right now. She should be in the WNBA.
Which I'm not mad at that take.
Right. And yeah, there's some validity to it. And just like you're saying, like Juju, like we were just talking about Juju, she should be in the WNBA next year. But no, she's gonna have to wait. Again, I don't know the rules. I'll have to look that up and fact check myself. But yeah, get these. And then once they get there, remember, Steph Curry is Steph Curry because a coach had to let him be Steph Curry. Mark Jackson could have held him back easy and been like, nah, we doing this here. We're not shooting from the half court, bro. What is you doing? But he let him play. So that's what they got to do in the WNBA. Same thing. You have to let these young ladies be them. So I kind of agree. I saw that point, and I agree with it. There's only a couple of players in the WNBA who got a certain bounce. I know the young lady from play for Indiana. Yo, she got a bobble to her game. She got some handles. She be taking ankles.
Oh yeah,
I could not pronounce her name for the life of me, but hey, she gets it done.
Hey, it's a lot. It's funny that you say that because I need to do my research on that too and find out if there's like a one and done or the rules of eligibility for the WNBA draft. But regardless of what they are, if I'm the commissioner of the WNBA, I'm maybe adopting a one and done rule or maybe a two and done rule. I don't care what they really do. But when you bring up the Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark, their flame is so fire right now, bro. I need that in the WNBA. That's how you get
exactly.
That's how you get the people to watch your product. That's how you open up the sales and the marketing and get everything. And that's how you get all the traffic towards your product. I mean, like you said, Juju Watkins, she could show she could ball on the college level. How long you gonna let her sit there on the college level?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We forget how good Paige Beckers is, but she's been hurt because she's playing in college. I prefer that Paige, could be a big marketing name in the WNBA, and instead of, just sitting there putting her eligibility of her body on the line in college. I get it. You still want to be a college and a student athlete and, get the degree and have fun and enjoy that part of your life. I get that. But it should still be up to their choice to, hey, man, I think I got enough of this college shit, man. Let me get to the bigger challenge. Right. The WNBA, matter of fact, the NBA. I mean, we got literally a whole class of dudes that went straight out of high school and have paved the way for the NBA. We just had Kobe Bryant Day. The dude went straight out of high school. Had a legendary career. I'm talking about LeBron James, straight out of high school, legendary career. We talking about Kevin Garnett. We talk about, now, I know there's a lot of people that want to flip the coin and be like, well, we've had many failures or straight out of high school or one and done. And hey, not everybody.
Hey, but they look over the middle though. What about the Lou Wills, the Tyson Chandlers, the Deshaun Stevensons? Yeah, like there's a whole middle class that had sustainable NBA careers. Yep. Sebastian Telfair, people would consider him a bust. Sebastian played 8 years?
They call Kwame Brown a bust. The man played 13 years.
Right.
He made millions of dollars, got his damn mama out the hood. How's that a bust? Like, come on, man. We can't move the goalposts. The fact of the matter is it should be up for these young kids to make their decisions to make that choice to move up in professional ranks. Y'all say they 18. Oh, you're an adult now. You could smoke. You could put your life on the line in the armed services. You're an adult now. Well, let me be an adult then. Let me make that decision. And then if I fail, I'm okay with that because that was my choice. But let me have it. Let me have it. And these you know, it's not going to hurt the WNBA for letting these people make that choice.
that they don't. But there goes the problem, and that's I think I disagree on that.
Okay.
I think they're afraid that it might make them force their hand. Because, again, I have to look up the exact number. I don't know what the rookie scale is for WNBA players coming into the draft. But what I can tell you is I will be willing to bet everything I have that right now, Caitlin Clark is making more in NIL than that number one pick salary.
Oh yeah,
I'd be willing to bet everything I have on it. So
you get an argument for that. I bet you Angel Reese is making more than the number one pick.
Yeah. So with that being said, you essentially asking these girls to take a pay cut, come to your league. What is that going to do? That is going to force the WNBA's hand. We got to increase these salaries.
Got to. I mean, you got to.
Because I can't have, if I'm, that's just good business. If I'm a good business, if I'm a businessman, and I see something that can help my business, you tell me I got to wait 4 years for it?
Hey,
what part of the game is that?
Game fucked up, right?
I need that right now. If I can acquire it, I need that right now. Right now.
It's funny you say that because I'm willing to bet after we had that you know, very televised, very publicized national championship with Caitlin Clark and Reese, they probably was looking at their bank accounts. They say, you sure? Nah, I think I'm gonna stay.
Yeah. I'm staying.
Hey, let me add some more commas and zeros to what I'm getting right now. Because come on, man, you got the game jacked up. If I'm just gonna help you guys out in the WNBA, but y'all not gonna be able to bridge that gap from what I'm making right now to what you want me to make. So that it's funny that we talk about that because that's kind of been one of my biggest pet peeves with the WNBA is that how the hell for 26, 25, 27 years they've been operating, y'all ain't figured out y'all marketing department yet. Y'all ain't figured out the formula how to, you know, I might say a controversial name, you know, Vince McMahon that had the WNBA right. You know how to market some shit.
Hey, you ain't lying.
I'm just talking about marketability, y'all. I ain't talking about interacting and nothing. I ain't talking about
right.
I'm just being for real. This McMahon had a damn marketing joint down. He be like, what?
Absolutely.
No, let's go. He know how to market. Now he's a piece of shit anywhere, everywhere else in his life, but marketing, I give him that. But it's where are you? How are you not putting the right people in places to get your infrastructure right? How are you not putting the right people in places to make sure that we can have, everything set up so that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark can make it an easier decision to come out of college. It's easier for you to make that decision of leaving NIL money to come get WNBA money. It makes it easier for you to make that decision. But now that you say it, hey, I'm not mad at these women for not. I'm making what, $3 million a year with NIL? Right. Wait. I gotta go to. You talking about 70,000, 100K?
Right.
We can't forget Brittany Griner. Literally was the only reason why she was in Russia is because she had to supplement income. She had to supplement income, bro.
Remember.
Now, the shit she got in trouble for, we ain't having that conversation right now. Well, I'm not touching that. I'm saying
we're gonna leave that alone.
Yeah. See, the reason why she was over there to supplement income because she's not making enough from the WNBA.
Yeah. Remember, Diana Taurasi, arguably the greatest player in WNBA history. Remember, mid-career, she left the WNBA to go overseas for like 3 years. That's terrible.
You can't keep your greatest people in house because you're not paying them enough. Now. I ain't the smartest. Now. I am not MPJ intelligent level, but I will say this, Bobby. If you can't pay me from what I'm worth, why would I show up?
Right.
I gotta go somewhere to get my worth. That's just the bottom line.
Absolutely.
Do better, WNBA. You got to keep the ladies in house, because
got to.
Because if you ain't been noticing, it's a lot of Saudi backed situations that will come up with some money real quick.
Yeah, and just to make the because the comparison that was being made is basically what you have now between Juju, Angel, and Caitlyn is like you have the ladies who could be what Magic and Bird were to the NBA, to the WNBA. Like these young ladies could come in and make that kind of not only impact on the court, but that fiscal impact that the league needs.
Which matters, right?
Yeah. Bottom line, that's the bottom line. You know.
Slap a coat that bitch said so. That was funny, by the way. That was so funny.
But to the male counterparts, trade deadline was yesterday. Not a whole lot going on. Some more minor deals, no major. The Knicks, they made a few transactions. Acquired some more pieces. I think Dallas, they got a little bit better. They acquired PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford. Kind of retooled their front court. The Lakers, there's a lot of people expecting them to make something, especially since LeBron tweeted out that hourglass, but nothing happened. Philly, they made a minor move, but
I actually like that Buddy Hield trade. I actually like that Buddy Hield for them.
I do, yeah, that's true. But like, if Embiid ain't there, what does it matter?
Well, I get what you're saying, but I just think that Buddy Hield trade was just to kind of clock the wound a little bit, because they banged up right now. And I don't think it was a move to oh man, we're gonna be a first place team in the East. I just think it was, hey man, we got to do something, just kind of lessen the blow a little bit. We got obviously Embiid probably gonna be out for a month or some change. Tobias Harris kind of been getting nicked up. We don't want to overload Tyrese Maxey, who's been having a career year. So I just think that move was just to kind of lessen the blow, not necessarily move needle. And that's and think about it. Imagine you get a fully healthy 76ers team. Buddy Hield is a solid piece coming off the bench.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's full. Yeah, if you got everybody, and not even off the bench, he can start. You got Toby because who starts at 3 for him now?
I can't even remember, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you got Embiid, Tobias, and Buddy Hield. That's a decent front court. I like that. But again, it all depends on if Embiid can come back from his surgery.
Oh man, that's excuse me. That sucks that he had that injury, man. He was just having a nice year. Definitely was going to probably be back MVPs had he been able to stay healthy. But yeah, man, that sucks for him. I'm also looking at I'm disappointed in my Lakers that they couldn't make any moves, but at the same time, who wants anybody on their roster?
That's the problem.
I mean, there's really nobody on their roster that says, "Hey, come and get me. I can change your team." No, I mean,
there's one guy.
Oh Lord,
there's one guy. I'm telling you trade Anthony Davis. You can trade Anthony Davis for a whole team, right? Especially right now. He's staying on the court and putting up the numbers. You could have traded Anthony Davis to the Grizzlies for their whole supporting cast. Anthony Davis for Jaren Jackson Jr., Santi Aldama. Yeah, give me all of them. Your whole starting line, and that would have been, LeBron could work with that.
Just go ahead and give me the whole starting five. Here's my thing. I as much as I love the Lakers, man, it's LeBron and AD are far away from being injured, man. Let's just call it what it is, man. They might fart too hard right now, and then they got back spasms, and those back spasms lead to next thing you know, they getting back surgery. I don't know. LeBron's getting older, and AD he's never a play away from being too frail. We're literally, putting everything in that basket and waiting and just hoping that they just, stay hurt free. And to me, it's almost like playing. To me, it's like playing Russian roulette, man. I really feel like that's what it is sometimes. Being a Lakers fan, watching them play basketball, you're like, man, I hope they stay healthy, but. I pulled the trigger this time. I didn't blast my head off, so I think we survived tonight. But what's going to happen tomorrow night. And we damn sure can't. You already know they are not playing back to backs, so we know that for sure.
No.
So it's just weird, man. I mean, they struggle. I know a lot of people say that, man. If when they get healthy and all the pieces get there, they're a nice defensive team, which is fine, but I'm still waiting for them to get consistent on the offensive side. I mean, LeBron's nowhere close to putting up those numbers like he's used to. He's showing he's 38, 39. Yeah, I mean, he is. I mean, we just got calling a spade a spade. And me and you've had this conversation many times. I'm still waiting for AD to say, "Hey, LeBron, just relax. I got this."
Right.
We were waiting on him to finally take the torch. So it's like, it's just been rough, man. All these dudes gave me since they've been together is a damn bubble Disney ring, and I'm just kind of I guess that's all we're gonna get. So
yeah. I like the move Milwaukee made too, getting Pat Bev.
They need this defense. They need a defense. Oh, they need a defense.
Yeah,
but I'm
somebody you can put him on the court with Dame and let him guard whoever.
Hey, but you know what, man? Give me the mic, dog. Yeah, give me the mic. I need the mic.
There we go.
Hey, good trade. Getting Pat Bev because you needed some defense. But you know what, Milwaukee Bucks? I have never done this before. I wish y'all take losses for the rest of the damn season because y'all literally shitted on Adrian Griffin for no damn reason, and you this damn bum Doc Rivers in who's been milking that damn 08 championship since forever. This bum has been given great roster after great roster after great roster and can't get out the damn second round. 2 is his favorite number because right when he hit he said, "Damn it, I'm done coaching." So fact of the matter is y'all been losing with this bum, which I was 1-5, 1-4. It's since y'all didn't have that bum in. I don't wish nothing good on y'all. I don't. I never done this before, but damn it, I am showing my respect to Adrian Griffin, a man his rookie year, and had y'all in contention for a championship. But you clipped him. You said, "We don't know if this guy has a potential to get us to championship status." What are you talking about? He has you in the echelon in the whole NBA of contending for a championship when you fired him. What are we talking about?
Talk to him.
You bring this bum ass Doc Rivers in, and y'all been just straight ass crack ever since. Your defense is getting worse. You had to bring old bum ass Pat Bev in, who ain't gonna give you nothing on offense. The most he's gonna give you is 6 personal fouls, and some technical fouls, and he might rough up a motherfucker or 2, but he ain't giving you no offense. He might help your defense, but damn it, he ain't young enough to change the needle all the way to y'all being a prolific defensive team. Y'all down in the dumps. I don't wish nothing good on y'all, and it's y'all own fault. And I can't wait for the ultimate collapse. Matter of fact, I hope y'all just bumble through the play-in tournament. Now, fuck that. I hope y'all miss the play-in tournament and y'all look at y'all dumb, silly selves at the end of the year and realize that y'all just over there listening to old goofy ass Greek freak with his old trash ass brother Thanasis, thinking they making all personal GM moves, and that dude ain't even a complete player. Damn Greek freak ain't got nothing in his tool bag. If he can't go downhill and look like damn Derrick Henry trying to bowl everybody and play football, he ain't worth the damn. His bum ass with his old trash ass brother. Oh, my love, my brother Thanasis, you better have a spot for him. Now you're wasting the roster spot for a bum ass motherfucker that can't even give you no minutes worth anything. Y'all don't even play the motherfucker. What are we doing? Oh, I'm good.
Hey, talk to him. Matter of fact, let me keep it.
The Bucks are crazy, bro.
Yeah, they are. They're still wild for that. And this dude is gonna be coaching the All-Star game.
Oh my God! So I forgot all about that. I'm glad I forgot all about that.
Better too, but I blame I blame Dallas. It's Dallas's fault for that. I think it was Saturday night. There were 3 games. It was the Knicks, the Bucks, the Knicks game, the Bucks game, and the Cavs game. If the Cavs needed to win, the Knicks needed to lose, and the Bucks needed to lose. And actually, our coach would have been coaching the All-Star game if that would have happened. But Dallas got out on Milwaukee by 20 and blew that lead, and the Bucks won that game. The Knicks lost. Yeah, the Knicks lost, so they handled their business. But the Bucks came back from 20 down, and that's why Doc is coaching the All-Star game. Come on, Luka, you couldn't give me one. Oh man,
shit crazy.
But of course, we had our fun. Now we got to get serious on the one time again. NFL, man, they just can't get right.
Nah.
If it ain't one thing, it's another.
It's another.
But recently, actually, somebody from out your way, Darren Smith.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, reports of Kansas City Chiefs. He picked up where Jeremiah Trotter left off. And people who know who he is, he was a reporter with the NFL, worked NFL media. He brought up some issues to Roger Goodell 3 years ago. Basically, this week, it was the week of the Super Bowl, when media availability for pretty much everybody's at a high. Roger Goodell does his I guess you could call it like a state of the NFL's version of the State of the Union press conference. Jeremiah Trotter questioned him on the lack of blacks in leadership positions within the NFL media. Now notice what I said. Blacks. I didn't say minorities. Mm-hmm. It's not an issue with Hispanics, Asians, and it specifically blacks. That was the question at hand. Last year, it was not addressed. Jeremiah Trotter brought it up once again. Same week, Super Bowl week. Ironically, Jeremiah Trotter's contract ended last year and was not renewed.
Ironically.
Yeah, ironically, after this situation. So obviously this year he's not there. I don't think he missed it because of that, but he wasn't there for whatever reason. And since he wasn't there, your guy, Darren Smith, he picked off where Jeremiah Trotter left off. So, we're gonna check that out.
Did you know Super Bowl 58 on CBS streams live on Paramount Plus?
I did not know that. Thank you for informing me.
Next stop, Vegas. Here we come.
Introducing the SF1, a revolutionary new anti-slice driver that's square.
I know that you don't run the NFL media newsroom, but you do run the NFL, and they answer to you along with the 32 owners. As of this press conference, the NFL media newsroom still employs 0 black managers, 0 black copy editors, 0 full-time black employees on the news desk, and your only full-time black employee, Larry Campbell, passed away over the weekend. Now, Mr. Trotter, Jim Trotter, was not here, for whatever reason. Over the last few years, have asked you why that is the case. And for a league that has more than 60% African Americans that play the game, and I know that you're a man of conscience, how does knowing this sit well with you, and after 2 years of being asked this question, why has there not been any change or any hirings in that area?
This is Darren Smith, a sports radio host covering the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City, Missouri. He picked up the torch from Jim Trotter, who grilled NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell in years past.
You and other league officials have said that the league's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion extend beyond the sidelines and beyond the front offices and is applied to all aspects of the company. I've worked in NFL media for 5 years. During those 5 years, we have never had a black person in senior management in our newsroom. That's a problem because we cover a league who, according to league data, the player population is 60 to 70% black, which means that there is no one who looks like these players at the table when decisions are being made about how they are covered. More concerning is that for a year plus now, we have never had a full-time black employee on the news desk, which again is a problem because we cover a league whose player population is 60 to 70% black according to league data. I asked you about these things last year, and what you told me is that the league had fallen short and you were going to review all of your policies and practices to try and improve this. And yet a year later, nothing has changed. James Baldwin once said that I can't believe what you say because I see what you do. And so I would ask you as an employee, when are we in the newsroom going to have a black person in senior management, and when will we have a full-time black employee on the news desk?
Well, Jim, I am not in charge of the newsroom, so I think can I answer your question? As you point out, it's the same question you asked last year.
And as we know, Trotter's contract was not renewed for reasons that are being brought up in the form of a lawsuit. The prior year, Trotter questioned Goodell again.
Hey, Roger, Jim Trotter. The question is more for the owners, but also for you, and since they're not here, I'll ask you, as I always say. In your initial statement, the league's initial statement, it said that diversity, equity, and inclusion were core principles of the NFL. And I need to provide some context before I can ask you about that statement. In the 100-plus year history of this league, 24 of 32 franchises have either had one black head coach or no black head coaches. And to make sure I get the names right, I'll read them off here. We've got the Bills, the Commanders, the Cowboys, the Falcons, the Giants, the Jaguars, the Panthers, the Patriots, the Rams, the Ravens, the Saints, the Seahawks, the Titans, who have never had a black head coach. That's nearly half the league. We look at the fact that there's never been a majority black owner. There's only been one black club president. We look at the GMs, now we're up to 7. 5 of those were hired in the last 12 months. We're now at 3 black head coaches, 2 of whom were hired after Brian Flores filed his lawsuit. So it's easy to focus on the owners here, but I want to put this to you here.
And he hardly got an answer. What makes this year's annual press conference at...
Hey, stop right there. Shout out to TYT TV, Rick Strom. He puts out great content. I check him out all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we see it 3 years in a row, twice by Mr. Trotter, and once more recently this season by Darren Smith. And Roger Goodell he's scatting up there.
And then like again,
skip it about
I'm alive. Yeah, that boy bad.
Yeah, put it to task, and I said again, everybody pay attention to the wording. It didn't say minority; it specifically said black. Mm-hmm. Again, if it ain't one thing, it's another. What's your thoughts on it?
Before I give my thoughts, I definitely shout out to Jim Trotter, and definitely shout out to Darren Smith, who I've had on my podcast personally. So nice. I'm gonna pick him up because my man is never shy to stand 10 toes down on some shit, and ain't scared to ask those questions. The thing is Jim and Darren are they're really trying to hold the commissioner to his word. If you have this on your quote unquote bylaws that we're a equal opportunity type of company, that provides inclusion and not excluding nobody, and you have a league that is, let's call it what it is. They say 60 to 70%. No, the NFL is damn near 70 plus black.
Right.
They don't let them numbers fool you. It's 70 plus. All right. The NFL you can make the joke is not the National Football League, it's the Negro Football League. All right. We could make the joke if you want to, but I mean I threw it in there. But it's predominantly black. It is. All right. They don't let them 60 to 70% so they can make it seem like let's call it what it is. All right. The fact of the matter is we've always talked about how representation matters. So when you have a league that is predominantly black, you're only telling us, and specifically us black folks, hey, you're only good enough to play here. You might be good enough to be an assistant coach, a D coordinator, offensive coordinator, a position coach. And don't you dare think about being a GM or owner, and don't you dare think you're going to be a head coach. Don't you dare think you can cover it the way you want to. Don't you dare think you can do anything but play it. That's the message you're sending to us. And a lot of people who don't look like us, y'all may not understand this. But what I want y'all to understand is that's the message that is being driven to us indirectly. That is the message that is given to us, not necessarily them saying it, but trust me, you're indirectly telling us that we are only good enough for your entertainment part of this whole National Football League juggernaut. You're only good enough to make us the money. You're not good enough to make decisions. You're not good enough to handle the decisions of where the money goes or handle major decisions. You're not good enough to report. You're not going to report it the way we want it to be reported. You're not good enough. You're only good enough to make us a $29 to $30 billion juggernaut each year. That's the message you are sending to us indirectly. So I'm sorry, folks, if you don't look like me and Bobby G and you're not feeling what I'm saying, I just want you to just take the time to understand that in 2024, messages are still being sent to us indirectly, because that's why you have the Jim Trotter, that's why you have the Darren Smith questioning, saying, hey, you're saying this, but your actions are doing this. They're not together. They're not together. They're separate. That is the message I want everybody to understand, is when your actions do not line up with your words, you're going to send us indirectly a certain type of message, and we have no choice but to take it for that message that you're delivering to us. And we can only react to that message. We can fuss, we can fight, we can hoop, we can holler, but it's not going to change anything until those actions match up with their words.
Absolutely. 100% well stated. I couldn't have said it better myself, bro. The only thing I would add to it is I would have promoted Jeremiah Trotter on the spot. Like, you know what? Oh, that's an issue. Okay, we're gonna rectify it right now. But true, it's hard for me to believe that something like that can't be easily taken care of in an era when I've for myself seen Stephen A. Smith rise to the level of prominence he has, a Rob Parker, regardless of how you feel about him, a Jason Whitlock, a Chris Broussard, Michael Wilbon. I name these people because, yes, you see them from TV, you might know them from TV, but they all have journalistic backgrounds. And for these men to be able to rise to the positions where they are now. You mean to tell me that the NFL couldn't reach out and grab them at a younger stage in their life? Like they were young talent at one time. The NFL can't spot a young talented journalist and bring him aboard. I find that hard to believe. ESPN ain't got all the talent. Fox Sports ain't got all the talent. And like somebody out there has to be identifying these young. And I know,
hell, you looking at two talented right here at NFL.
There you go. But I ain't print media. I ain't print media. We print media.
If they want coverage of the NFL, there's two talented brothers right here, NFL.
Yep. Can't argue with that. But it's just hard for me to believe in seeing it. Earlier when we talk about the Grammys, what we were talking about, representation and seeing. Like I said, seeing the five individuals I just named. I've seen their journey. Like we've seen their journey and how the rise of sports media has come or has gone. So when I physically have examples like that, see their journey, see their rise, see how their presence being felt, even seeing the transformation of other people. Ryan Clark, our name, seeing his transformation from player to media personality.
Swagoo.
Telling me, yeah, Swagoo, Big Perk, Stack 5 and Matt Barnes, those dudes. You telling me they can't function in a media room on a high? These guys have built platforms from the ground up. So you telling me they couldn't help with your brand? Like, I find it very hard to believe, and I'll just put that on top of everything you said because I co-sign everything you said 100%. And shout out to Darren Smith for picking up the torch, because that's one thing. That conversation could have easily went to the wayside had he not said something this year, because Jeremiah Trotter was not there. So first and foremost, shout out to him for picking up the torch, and I hope next year, if neither one of those gentlemen is available, someone else picks up that torch and continues the conversation if the issue is not rectified. So
big fact.
Only way we can make progress, one, is persistence. Got to stay on it. Got to stay on it. So shout out to your guy, Darren Smith. Shout out to Jeremiah Trotter, and yeah, Roger, it's on you, bro. Like, and Roger Goodell strikes me. He does not strike me as an individual who's like malicious or kind of go along. You know what I mean? Like, I know he's limited in what he can do. But to me, Roger Goodell has shown enough, and I've heard enough stuff from certain players to where he tries. You know what I mean? He's not 100% bought in to everything the owners are selling. And I feel like something like this, even the own, like, this doesn't directly impact the game, the bottom line. We're not talking about organizational changes. We're talking about the NFL network. Right. Yeah. We're talking about the NFL network. So I feel like if he pushes the right buttons, he would get little to no resistance in making change. So Roger Goodell, it's on you. Start making stuff happen.
Balls in your court.
Yeah. And just in viewing this issue, shout out to Adam Silver, because bruh, he needs to teach class on how to commission.
Hey, teach Roger how to commission, and Roger needs to teach Adam how to make money, because they can help each other out. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, big facts. I swear, every
But to move before we move on, I think here's the biggest thing that I think why Jim Trotter and Darren Smith call for this change is because you look at the NFL ever since Kaepernick, you putting inspired change, equality, all this, symbolic stuff on helmets and T-shirts and on the end zone and on the field. Okay, don't give me the lip service and the symbolic stuff. I need the actual physical change. Yeah. And you can't keep feeding me dog shit dressed up in Gucci and say, hey man, nah man, it's caviar. No man, it's dog shit. No, it's just because you dress up in Gucci don't change the fact what it is. You can't keep giving lip service. Lip service just does nothing good for nobody. It doesn't make the change, and all it does is just piss people off. So, basically, yeah. So I mean, hey, shout out to everybody. Want to inspire change, man. I dig it, dog.
Yep. And staying on the NFL though, but like again, we're a sports show, so we got to talk about it. You see the hat. It is every football fan's. Well, not everyone. It's like 2 fan bases' favorite time of the year.
Y'all get there one day.
One day, man. With Super Bowl week, it's here in Vegas. I went down to the Strip the other day. I feel like every major event in the United States should be held in Las Vegas.
Bro, y'all been having a great time in Vegas this week, dog.
Hey, it's continuing for the last year. We since the summer, like we had the Formula One come through. Aces winning the championship, Golden Knights winning the championship. Then you got the Super Bowl. It's a great time to be in Vegas. And March Madness is coming soon. There's gonna be like 3 different conference tournaments here. I'm not sure if a leg of the tournament is coming through this year, but it usually does come through. We'll see. Yeah. Vegas is an underrated sports town. But yeah, it's that time of year. I know exactly where the teams are staying. I made the announcement on Twitter. All groupies, gold diggers, and autograph hounds, please go to Lake Las Vegas. Leave us normal Las Vegas residents alone. The Strip is crowded enough. It's gonna be crowded enough. So if you're looking, if you're trying to get that Patrick Mahomes site, if you're trying to get a Patrick Mahomes site, and he never stays at the team hotel, he always Airbnbs it. I think Travis Kelce is on that type of time this year too, because what time is it? Taylor should be boarding her plane shortly to fly over. She'll get here tomorrow afternoon.
She's coming from Japan. Something like
12-hour flight.
13-hour flight.
Thank you. I'm staying corrected.
Did you hear the 13 hijinks? Y'all, it's floating around on the internet. Y'all check it out. Everything's related to 13 and Taylor Swift, apparently. So I'm just.
I don't know. This might not be a battle of. Me and Big Mike talked about it last night. This might not be a battle of teams as much as it is the battle of the women. You got Taylor Swift and Britney versus Christian McCaffrey's. I did not know Christian McCaffrey's girlfriend was freaking Miss Universe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes, Christian McCaffrey's girlfriend is a Miss Universe winner. Not runner-up, not nominee, not second, but she won the damn thing.
Whether you win or lose on something, you win, dog. Damn! Shout out to you.
Yeah, the Olivia Culpo, Miss. Oh. I think she won in
Boy, I'm at
it was recent too. It was like 2018. It was recent. So it ain't like she a cougar and she recently won the damn thing.
Well, she a young Thundercat over there snapping over there. So she don't need no vinegar baths, huh?
Right. And then Kyle Juszczyk, his wife, who
she got NFL deal.
Yeah, she a looker, and she got the NFL deal. She made them jackets are fire. Can't front.
Yeah,
I gotta find a way to get one of them things. So, yeah, it might be a battle of the women folk, more so than the teams. Brittany, she's trying to still prove that she queen bee among.
Damn.
Oh, you see, yeah. Good job, Christian.
Yeah. This dude winning, dog. He winning on multiple levels, bro. Like, yeah, dog, you doing good for yourself, bro.
You done good, kid.
Oh yeah. If we were basing this off ladies, I think 49ers got this thing hands down. And that's just off Olivia.
Hard to compete with Miss Universe.
Look, I ain't even put in Kyle's lady because you right, she a looker too, and she can make some good fabrics. Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But
fan on Sunday. Let me tell you.
Oh man. On the field, extra motivation. The 49ers, you think they might be extra motivated because last night was the NFL honors. No Brock Purdy for MVP, no CMC for MVP. Christian did win Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, he
but
did.
A lot of people felt they might have got snubbed in a couple awards. Would that carry over to the game?
I think what carries over for the 49ers is probably about half this team was there in Super Bowl 54. So there's a good amount of those players that were there in 54 and they saw the confetti fall down for the Chiefs. So I think that's enough motivation of that. Obviously, Kyle Shanahan has enough motivation. I'm pretty sure he's tired of hearing the critics on his coaching blunders in the Super Bowl, in the postseason, and not making and winning the big one. So I'm pretty sure he's motivated. I will say this, man. The 49ers, they've been one of the better teams in the NFL all season, and that's without a doubt. Of course, they had the 3-game losing streak, but they surely picked up right where they left off, and they kept dominating ever since then after. But I don't think they really need much motivation to win this game. And this is me, obviously, who I root for. If you put these teams player to player, side by side profile, do the tell of the tape, and look at these rosters, 49ers are the better team. I just, I can wholeheartedly say that. When you look at the dogs that they got on defense and look at all the dogs that they got on offense, and you look at names on the paper, you're like, 49ers got the better team. They just do. But where they lack at is you got to find a way to beat the Chiefs in these particular categories. Say what you want. Brock Purdy is not better than Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Look at the matchup. Andy Reid is now 3-0 against Kyle Shanahan in the last 4 or 5 years. Beat him twice in the regular season. Beat him in 2018. Beat him last year in 2022 in the regular season. Beat him for a Super Bowl. So he's 3-0. So those are the two categories right there at quarterback and coach, where in the NFL nowadays are the pretty important pieces to make sure you got right. They're not better than the Chiefs at that, and that is probably the thing that gives me, as a Chief fan, the edge to say, hey man, I still got faith in my Chiefs to win this game, because in two important positions, in coach and quarterback, 49ers can't touch the Chiefs in that situation. But I think that should be the more motivating factor for the 49ers, and say, hey man, yeah, we may not have Patrick Mahomes, and yeah, we ain't won the Super Bowl yet, and yeah, Andy Reid's done this, but Kyle Shanahan is a damn good coach. He is. He got to get over this hump. I'm pretty sure Brock Purdy's. I saw him at opening night. He says he doesn't listen to the noise. He hears it, but there has to be a point where he says, "Hey, man, Y'all keep calling me Mr. Irrelevant. Y'all keep calling me, having that game manager conversation. I don't care. You keep listing people, you quote unquote, more important than me on the same roster than I am. I'm just going to go out there and ball. So 49ers got to be motivated and play their game. Let's look at it, the games that they really lost. Baltimore, Cleveland is what happened. They got out-bullied. Let's be honest. I know they lost to a couple other teams. They was 13-4 this season. But
the Bengals.
Yeah. But you look at three teams at the AFC North. What does AFC North teams play? They play bully ball.
Yeah, physical ball.
Physical bully ball. 49ers have always been that physical team in the NFC. It's not a lot of physical teams in the NFC if you really break it down to compare to a whole division in the AFC. So when you look at it, they're the bullies in the NFC. But that's what happens when you meet up against a bully. That's what their losses came to. So when you look at the Chiefs and what they did 2 weeks ago in Baltimore, they played AFC North football, did they not? They played bully ball.
Yeah.
That's how the Chiefs are going to have to win. They're going to have to replicate playing bully ball against a bully like the 49ers and out-bully them. That's the only way the 49ers are going to have to avoid a loss, is to not get out-bullied again. Because that's what happens. 3 of their losses were to bully teams.
Yeah.
Physical play smash mouth football. And San Francisco can play that brand of football. That's pretty much been their brand for the last few years. And it starts and ends with CMC. If CMC can't get going, I don't see a way they win this. I honestly don't.
Right.
Yeah. And that's just the way that is how the Chiefs are going to have to win. Shut CMC down. Now, when it comes on the offense, you're going to have some guys step up. They're going to focus in on Travis Kelce because they're daring anybody and everybody else to step up, because they're thinking the same thing like everybody else. Y'all ain't got nothing explosive. Who else? Oh, Rasheed Rice. Yeah, he all right. He a ruck. We ain't, but we gonna see. Other than that, y'all been leading the league in drops. Y'all can't line up on side. So they gonna have to force Rasheed Rice. They're gonna have to force MVS, Justin Watson. Sky Moore got activated. Him. They're gonna have to force other players to step up, and other players on the Chiefs, not named Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, they have to. They have to step up. And that's just, to me, those are the matchups right there. Take away Travis Kelce for the 49ers and take away CMC if you're the Chiefs. If either one of those teams do that, that team is going to be the one holding that trophy at the end of that clock when it hits 0. Because I think those two players are the biggest cogs to what offenses can either get off. Now, look, I know George Kittle is a damn good tight end. I know Brandon Ayuk's had a hell of a career. I know how good Debo is. But I'm sorry. CMC is such a dangerous player, both in the running game and passing game, that if you let that man get the hell off, boy, it's a long-ass night for that Chiefs defense. It's a problem. CMC opens up everything else for everybody else on that offense.
Absolutely, 100% agree. Only thing I'll add on is I said last night when me and Big Mike were talking about it on the AFC North show. Shout out to Big Mike in the Man Cave. I thought my one key for the 49ers was being able to create that mismatch. And I was saying, if I was Kyle Shanahan, I would actually come out and on the first series, for the entire series, however long it lasts, 3 plays or 15, I would line up Debo in the backfield and Christian McCaffrey in the slot.
Run the ball.
Do whatever. See, you just called what I said, didn't you? See, that's
you talking about a mismatch?
I'm talking about making him think. I'm gonna make Andy Reid think.
Ooh.
I'm coming out first play of the game. You see Debo in the backfield with Christian McCaffrey in the slot. You might call timeout.
Yeah, because the first
we was not ready for that.
Because the first thing you do, you're like, what the hell are they doing? Like, what do I do with that? You don't have a defense and line up on that.
Mm-hmm. And then if you don't get you the first time, the second one you constantly see. Wait a minute, are they really? Yeah, just to make Andy Reid think, and he's gonna have to make him think all game, and I want him on the sideline looking like Denzel. Do remember the Titans pacing up to like, what are they doing? what's he doing over there, Yos? Get that defense together. That defense together, coach. Like, I need him and all of his coordinators to be having conversations on the sidelines, like what's going on. Now, for the flip side, for the Chiefs, my one key to the game for them was they got to get back to having fun. Like, when was the last? You're a Chiefs fan, so you said, like, when was the last time we seen them run ring around the Rosie? When was the last time we seen them do any play where you're like, what the hell are they doing? They just messing around now. We've not seen that in a while. And the reason I think that is, I think they were mentally and physically exhausted. People don't realize this will be Patrick Mahomes and a lot of other guys on the team 18th playoff game. They have literally played an entire season of playoffs.
Damn, in the last 6 years.
Yes. So they have a whole extra season of it's exhausting.
It's a lot of tread.
Yeah, remember, along with a lot of things going on in his life, Michael Jordan had to walk away after that three-peat. He was exhausted. After the second three-peat, he had to retire. He was exhausted and worn out. Shaq and Kobe, exhausted after the three-peat. Like, but what that'll do, along with the physical drain of it, again, the mental. We saw the Chiefs this year react in situations where they normally are composed. Key being the Buffalo game. Yes, the call was terrible. Yes, you don't want it to be made. Was it a penalty? Unfortunately, absolutely. But what we're not used to seeing is Patrick Mahomes complain about it. To the point where your post-game handshake with the other quarterback was, man, that was a bullshit call. No, that's not you, man.
Yeah.
You the MVP. You the face of the league. You go over there, shake that man's hand and say, hey, good game, dog. Walk it off and take that beef to the locker room. We're not used to him showing it on the field. We're not used to seeing Travis Kelce slam helmets. Like, all of that, it was like, and I'm quote the Rocky, it's all your pain, all your love, everything. We saw it all come out, and they stopped having fun. Compound that with taking losses they weren't supposed to, it just beat them down. And I think the thing that woke them up, playoffs. Playoffs came, flip that switch. You know what? Hey, all that other stuff is sideways. Let's focus on football, getting the job done. Hey,
facts.
We're not the number one seed. We're not the favorite. We're not supposed to win. For the first time, the pressure was off. If they lost, it would have been okay. Nobody would have thought anything different. Well, you know what? They never really had it this season. And I think that taking that pressure off just allowed them to beat them. Now they need to go in the Super Bowl and say, hey, we've been here before. Let's have fun. We know what it is. Just go take care of business, have fun, play football. Hey, where's Taylor at? She having fun? Hey, who's that cute chick next to Taylor? See what's up with her after the game. You know what I mean? Have fun. Go out there and just play cheap. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You in Vegas. This is going to be about 7,500 strippers at the game. Las Vegas' finest is going to be at the game.
His finest. Hey, but you know what, Bobby? You said pressure. You said pressure. And I think that's a big part of this. And one of the things that I'll repeat that I've been saying on many of other content pieces that I said about the Super Bowl, pressure, I think it's on the 49ers. Because you brought it up. You said, man, hey, we ain't supposed to be here. Now that we in the Super Bowl, or we've been here. Chiefs been there. I don't think there's no pressure on them. The pressure is definitely on the 49ers, in my opinion, because it's like I said, Kyle Shanahan, he needs to, stop losing to Andy Reid and shake that quote unquote, coaching blunders that he has in deep in the playoffs. He got to shake that. The 49ers roster has been one of the better rosters over the last 4 or 5 years. Yep. Y'all got to start showing some Super Bowls. Yeah. Like, literally, put the 49ers roster side by side, tail of the tape to any other roster in NFL. You are not going to get as close to a complete roster as the 49ers. You're just not.
No, it's not. It's no more roster in the league.
Y'all got to start showing some Super Bowls for this. You know what I'm saying? I think pressure's on them. They got to prove that, hey, man, they've been donning us Super Bowl champs all 2023, 2024 season. Well, go get it. They've been calling us the favorites all season. Okay, we'll go get it. It's. I think, man, pressure matters, and pressure. And for those who never played sports, they don't understand how momentum and pressure, which are things you thought would never matter, it matters in situations like this.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's a difference in playoff football and regular season football and preseason football. Like there's levels to this, as they say.
Levels to this shit.
Right now, there's not going to be pressure on Kansas City unless they win. That's when the pressure, and specifically Patrick Mahomes. There's no pressure on him unless they win, which I am picking them to win the game, picking them to win 37-27. Not as bad as it sounds. I think it'll be about 3. It'll be a close game, and I think Patrick will deliver that put away drive late in the game, make it a 10-point game. Drive. Yeah, that put away drive. But the pressure is only on Patrick Mahomes if he wins, because if he wins, that's 3 and 7 years. Well, 6 as a starter, 3 and 6 years, 1 loss, and 7 don't look that far out of reach. A lot of Brady fans gonna be quiet, gonna be real quiet if Kansas City wins this game. A lot of Brady fans are gonna be.
Yep.
They're gonna be concerned.
No.
Yeah. A lot of Brady stands is gonna be real concerned if Kansas City wins this game. But yeah, I'm looking for a good game. Like I said, I got Kansas City winning 37-27. I'm standing on it. The only numbers I would tell people to be concerned about. Like I said, both teams been here before they played each other. Travis Kelce didn't have his best game. He had a touchdown, but he had 6 for 43. Fred Warner is a great coverage linebacker, so that matchup would be fun to watch.
Yes, sir.
Damian Williams at the time, 17 for 104 touchdown. Should have been the MVP, but they gave it to Mahomes. He's a QB.
Yeah. Oh, trust. I agree with
Pacheco put on a performance like that. I think he can. San Francisco's run defense, if there's a vulnerability, that's where it's at. Chiefs got to force turnovers. Chris Jones, I'm looking at you.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you, Chris Jones. Get that pressure up the middle. For the season, you bitched and complained about wanting your money. You went to that game when they didn't give you that money, and hey, Detroit did what they did, and then Kansas City gave you your money. Go earn it. Go earn it this weekend. So, but yeah, I just want to see a fun game. Obviously, I know you got the Chiefs winning. What's your score?
24-21. I think it's going to be a little bit lower score, just because I just think that the 49ers are going to make sure that, like I said, they're going to try to force everybody not named Travis Kelce to step up. And we'll see. But yeah, 24-21, of course, I'm rocking with the good guys. Man, I just love the fact that Steve Spagnuolo has been coaching his ass off on the defensive side. He didn't get no kind of love from the NFL as one of the better assistants this league has had this year, but he has done a phenomenal.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. It's okay. But I'll definitely, I'm definitely rocking with the homeboys, but I think it's going to be a real close one. It's going to be a matter of fact. Question, man, what you got on the menu? Because I'm doing the old school rotel dip. I'm doing the old school, kind of pico and guacamole deal. But what you got on the menu, dog?
Switching it up this year. There's a new pizza place that opened up. I don't mind the corporate spots, but I like to find the underground joints. The spot, and I'm gonna shout them out. The Sicilian guys, new spot just opened up. They do Chicago style deep dish.
Ooh.
So got one of them coming with some chicken parm. They do a complete Italian menu. So they got the deep dish. I was going pepperoni sausage, basically the meat. Pause. Chicken parm on the side, chicken parm pasta, angel hair pasta. It's side salad. Gotta hook that up. I love salads. I don't know why. It's just since a kid I've loved salads. So I'm gonna have a little salad. And the only thing I don't know what appetizers. Appetizer, dessert. That's what I'm stuck on right now. Oh, spinach artichoke dip.
Nice.
I definitely gotta have that. I love that. Yeah, I'm stuck on my appetizers and desserts. That's the last parts I got to put together.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm definitely gonna have some beer. I'm gonna probably leave the liquor alone this because I want to be a little bit coherent and watch the game, and I actually want to stay up because there's been some Super Bowls where I tapped into the liquor and I ain't even make it through the damn halftime performance, and for real, I'm being dead. Super Bowl 41, the Seahawks and the Broncos, I missed the whole second half. I was gone, dog. But I
mean, to be fair, you didn't miss much.
Yeah, I ain't missed much anyway. But yeah, I'm sticking with the beer. The only time I might do some liquor is if the squad wins, and I'll take a shot of tequila, and that'll be it. But yeah, man, we just gonna vibe out at the house, man. If family come through, it is what it is. I ain't tripping. I might even do some garlic parm wings. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm definitely I like I said, I got the menu kind of tapped out, just everything put in its proper place, and I already hit the grocery store, man, because grocery stores are a fool out here this weekend here in Kansas City. They are just stupid packed. Everybody getting their damn tailgate shit together. I'm just like,
yeah, because that's what I feel. And the only way the NFL messed up is because it's too close to Valentine's Day.
Oh my God!
You still gotta stay stacked up to take care of Valentine's Day.
Boy,
but menu choices is always fun. I don't know what I'm gonna do for desserts or the appetizers. I'll figure it out. But what's the beer choice? Me, I'm grabbing Heineken. That's my drink.
I like a Heine. I do like a Heineken. My go-to is Modelo, but this I'm gonna shout out a local brewery out here in Kansas City Boulevard. It's a local brewery they do out here. I do their salt and lime. It's damn good. It's just almost like it's a lager that has a little hint of lime and salt in there, and it's so delicious. Oh, so good. So shout out to Boulevard Brewing, man. Go ahead and sponsor the homies.
There we go. Hey, you got to work on it. Closed mouths don't get fed. That's what they say. So
facts.
Before we get the last thing on the NFL, shout out to my Cleveland Browns, clean sweep of the NFL honors. We got Coach of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, and unfortunately we went on ahead and snatched up Assistant Coach of the Year while we were at it.
Sure did. Sure did.
Homework assignments. that Time Fit Friday. Check in with everybody. There's 3 questions, man. How you doing? How's life? How's the family? What can I do to help?
Man, it was a rough week. Not on my mental, physically. Right. Family came down with a cold, and you already know how it is. Once one kid gets it, the other kid gets it. Mama gets it, and then I get it. So, and for those who can't normally tell, I'm just now getting at the tail end of a cold. Monday, it started kicking in, and it took me down. So now that it's Friday, I'm actually starting to get closer to 100%. So, man, other than that, man, I can't complain. It was a good week, besides dealing with the illness. But hey, man, it's Super Bowl, so that always brighten up my spirit, my brother. And then, man, just your positive vibes is the only thing that you could do for me, my brother. You always bring those, so I can't complain at all. And then, of course, man, how was your week? How the family and them? And then, what can I do to help you out on anything on my end, my brother?
Oh, absolutely. It was great. Let's say Super Bowl week. It is here in Vegas, so the city is alive and well and jumping. Got down there, got the chance to go down there. My son actually went down there on his own too. Not on his own. He's 8 years old. His school took a field trip to Shark Reef, which is located in Mandalay Bay Hotel, and they did that on Monday. So he comes home. Hey, how was school, buddy? Oh, it was great. We went down to the Shark Reef. Hey, Dad, can we go down to the NFL experience?
Oh yeah, so he saw that.
He seen it. He seen it. It was like, oh yeah. Wait till I get home. So took care of that, man. This is, like I say, Super Bowl week. When it's the second time in my life I've been able to be right there in the thick of it. From a football standpoint, it's nothing better. If you ever had a chance in your life to be in the environment of the Super Bowl, do it. Don't care what it costs you. If you're a football fan, do it. Don't think about it. Just if it's close, don't think about it. Just go do it. You had the time of your life. But
nice.
Yeah, for you, brother, same, man. It's positive vibes. Man, just being somebody I can reach out to if need be. That's it, brother. Okay. And homework assignment. Hope everybody had fun with that last week. I wrote my letter. I have not mailed it out yet because I'm trying to time, because I thought I was writing. I was like, no, Valentine's Day next week, so I'm trying to time it out so it gets here on Valentine's Day. But I have written it out.
You better than me, dog. I don't know if my lady watches the podcast. I hope she does. But sorry, baby, I didn't write the letter, but it's in my head. Got it all right here. I'm a procrastinator.
Still got time.
I'm such a procrastinator, dog. Like, I literally do everything at the last minute. I talk about, I did my ACTs at the last minute. I done job searches at the last minute. I did trying to find college tuition at the last minute. Everything, everything in my life I have done at the last minute. I am a procrastinator.
Tell them I ain't got it.
Hey, baby, I'm gonna write the letter. But, hey, so don't feel bad, Bobby. You better than me, dog. You at least got it written down. I just need to put pen to paper and then I'm gonna mail it. So hey, baby, don't put me on the couch. Put me on the couch.
All right, you got a homework assignment for the people this week?
Hey, homework assignment. Hey, here's my only homework assignment.
Or no, we call it a challenge. We stick with challenge. A challenge for the people.
Yeah, here's my only life challenge. I know everybody doesn't have to be a football fan, but Sunday, even if it's for Super Bowl or not, just spend some time with fam. That's it. That's my challenge. Spend time with the fam. And if you already do it on a regular occurrence, well, I challenge you to do it with somebody else in the fam. If you don't do it on the regular, just spend time with the fam. It's because, man, time is short. you never know when it's that time for your calling, bro. So go spend time with the fam, man. And then I just challenge y'all to just do that. You know, put all beefs, little quarrels to the side, man, and spend time. Do that.
All right. Nice. I like it. My challenge for everybody this week is to everybody that you speak to and use the words "I love you," whether it's ending a conversation, whether it's just saying goodbye, or in whatever situation that you speak to somebody and use the term "I love you," replace that term this week with "I appreciate you."
I like that.
So don't get. Sometimes we get stagnant. We get comfortable, whatever adjective you want to put in, complacent, and it's just, wife say, "Hey babe, I'm going to the store real quick." "All right, love you." Like it just become like, replace that with "I appreciate you," just for this week. So no more "I love yous." You know what? Hey, I appreciate you.
I like that. Hey, boy, you a smooth operator, boy.
Smooth operator.
That boy in there, he done listened to some Sade tapes in his time, boy.
Hey, speaking of whip, man, Sade is 155 years old, man. But yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All of Sade.
Hey.
For real.
Robert, got anything before we get out of here?
Hey, man, live life to the fullest, baby. Super Bowl week. Let's go.
Absolutely. I got nothing. Just make sure, do what the little thing says. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn the notifications on so you know next time we run in our mouth, which will be next Friday, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific. And, thank you for tuning in. If you're new, like I say, follow the directions. And for everybody else, I'm Bobby G. It's WildCard Mar. And until next week, don't miss your opportunity to be heard, man.
Be out.
Peace.